There I am. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for calling in. And geez, hasn't Creative Shorts and Michael Vlogs, you've just been like messaging like crazy in there. Thanks, guys. It's bloody awesome to see. It's brilliant. Hi, Michael. Yeah, thank you so much for coming along. It's wonderful to see you guys here. It's the that's your computer going boom, 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 is it? Must be. My next door neighbour. No, it's my computer. I've got to figure out why. There is a thing open somewhere. Wonder why it's doing that. Man, I wonder why I'm getting sound. Oh, that's where it is, right. All right, turn that off. Had me TikTok going and it was just playing random videos and yeah, it was banging and clanging and stuff like that. But yes, by all means, if I will get my link and post it on there because someone wants to join up. Yeah, if you have any questions about today's events, there's been a bit going on. As any other statements, anything at all, then please feel free to post whatever it is that you feel. The floor is yours to write whatever it is that you want. And you will get devoted 100% of my attention because you're the only ones here. Yeah. Any news? On what front? To do with calf, to do with other fuddy stuff going on in the community. Did you see my little TikTok I posted today by any chance? Because I posted a little video from where I went today, and I'm happy to share screen. Thank you very much, Dion. I'm not going to go into whatever your surname is. So, because I presume the T is silent. So say so. D-O say so. Wonder if how correct I am. Can you just let me know? I'm not the best with names. But if you guys haven't seen my TikTok that I posted today, well, I posted a few videos, but the last one I posted, because I had to go for a long drive today. Well, I got driven for a long drive today. When I say a long drive, it's about 200 kilometres one one way, just to do some medical tests and get a cortisone injection in one of my knees. But I'll quickly share the screen. Hello. Well, because this is what I did today. Up at the Bunbury Hospital at the moment. I've got a bung in my arm. Ready to again get me MRI scan done again, just to see how things are going. That's where I'm at there. Oh, it's all backwards, isn't it? It's backwards when I was looking on the camera, but now it's around the right way. Yeah, so no, it's just for reassessment again to see how the rest of what they couldn't remove in surgery of the brain tumours going now. And I'm going to get a photo or two of me in the MRI machine. So yeah, all right, take care. Cheers. There you go. That's what I was doing today. Oh, you can see it quite clearly, can't you? So yeah, I've got other stickies on my leg from. Now I'll show you. I'll show you a sexy leg. That was from getting a cortisone injection done in my knee, and then I had X-rays on my knees, and then that was for contrast for what's left of my brain tumor. So that was the fun adventures I was doing today. Gotta keep it real. Oh, sounds like my TikTok's still going in the background. I'll shut it up. Just keeps going round and round and round if you don't stop it. Righto, I'll go back to it. Yeah. So Michael, when you say news, in what respect to what thing? Dion, are you here from the Coffee and Crypto channel? Because the names change between one platform and the other. Like some people, well, nearly everyone's name is different on Discord than what it is on YouTube and etc. So trying to put the connections together takes a bit of doing. So yeah, that's the biggest thing with that. Just for the hell of it, I could show what other things I was doing. This first thing this morning, I didn't have time to really mess around. Oh no, that was on. I've only got it on TikTok. Oh no, that's of course, because I'm on the wrong thing. These are a few videos I took this morning. Hello, even though it looks like a bit of a mess because obviously it's winter time. I will. But no. This is what I was doing down here, just freshening up the paddock. Where there's all fresh topsoil that's never been in the calf paddock before. Oh, really? So I did too. I just carted it down here. This is what I was doing the other day, and it just makes the ground all nice and fresh. Obviously, there's a few fresh poos on there because they've been in here for a day now. But that's the beauty of one of those things that you have to do with calf paddocks is to keep the soil fresh, and it just limits disease and other things that cause issues to calves. It's just another percentage that you put in your favour. But then obviously frequent rotations like this paddock, these two paddocks here are getting rested at the moment. Really didn't think and same with on this side. And that's basically on the side. You just keep rotating calves and into the various paddocks and just to get them good. Go figure. All right, love yous all. Take care. See ya. Learning something every day. Just the things I do. Well, that was one of my videos I've done this morning. All right, if you're not going to comment, I'm just going to keep on posting them. I've got two more little short ones I did this morning. This is one of them. Little calves having a drink. This is just a small paddock, hence why I'm only using half the feeder. That was that one. And then this is the first paddock that gets fed in a day. Slightly bigger paddock. They've run out of milk, if you're wondering. It was being turned off, so that's why they're coming off. There you go. That was my TikTok things that I've done for the day, and I haven't put them across to YouTube, so yeah, I wonder why I haven't done that. Maybe I should do that. I could just go like this, and then I could go to share on YouTube. If you have any questions or anything, please just start a conversation, and I'm sure I'll keep dribbling about it. I wonder when Chalk's coming back, because she was said about 2 days, and today is 2 days up, so I don't know whether she was coming back just yet or later or what. I'm not sure. I see there was a bit of action like going on last night with Prado and BL and Jason. We're having a, and it looks like Prado's given in to the Almighty. As he says, he would rather Brian support than not. Okay. If that means giving away your protocol to the way that you want to do it, then okay. I say that if he wants to do it the way that he wants to as a CEO, he should just be able to do it. That's my opinion. Let it succeed, crash, stagnate, whatever it does, like I can't really talk much about stagnate at the moment because Calf's not exactly doing a lot, but there's not really much that I can really do. Like, it is what it is. Unfortunately, life's like that. You can't just have it all the way that you want it all the time. You just got to work away. And oh, awesome. Hi, Ellie. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling in. I don't know how you put up with me every day. Like, how do you seriously put aside some time in your day just to talk to me? Like, what is the go with that? Haven't you got anything better to do? Bunging my arm. I'll save some videos and then I will whack them on YouTube, because I try and have everything on YouTube and TikTok so we can sort of hopefully spread the word out there, at least subtly, because I don't like to shove things in people's faces. And if they choose to invest, that's great. If they don't, well, I don't tell people not to, because of course, but people are free people. They're allowed to make up their minds. I'm not selling hopes and dreams. I'm not a used car salesman. You'll multitask. Oh, yeah, well, I suppose you are female, aren't you? You're able to multitask. So, really? When you say one of your BTC got through finally, is that like a whole BTC? Seriously? Like a whole one? Yeah, it's true. I think you'd get really bored really quick if I just kept on shoving it down your throat. And you know, like, I don't need to do that, in my opinion, and it will just drive me insane if nothing else. Because of course, you know, as much as you try and develop and do things, um, believe it or not, in this space you get let down all the time, and the goalposts are always moving. And you don't really notice it from a consumer point of view, or you know, like a investor's point of view, but from a CEO point of view, it's just incredible how much it moves so much. And like, you might say one thing today and then suddenly tomorrow it's completely different, and it's like, oh man. And do you really want to keep running people round and round in circles? You know, like, an example at the moment is listen to Prado. He is always chasing his tail at the moment because they're dynamic and trying to change and tweak things and all this sort of stuff, getting input and, you know, trying to, and it's just turning into all higgledy-piggledy mess. Yeah. I was gonna say, because you didn't, like you were saying about your BTC not coming through the other day, and then you say that one of my BTC finally got through finally, and it was like, one BTC. You were pretty casual for a whole BTC to be stuck in no man's land. Oh, might get lost or whatever. And I was like, now it's like one BTC, and that's how blasé you are. Like, far out, you're tough. And it's not. You got me good. Well done. Oh geez, I was showing it. And I earn on Nexo for now to grow half a BTC and 50 other bags of large, medium, small caps is my goal. Absolutely. It's a diversified portfolio. And it's a wonderful time to do that. Of course, you know, like, bear market is the time to do that. Yeah. The biggest thing is trying not to accumulate into too many projects that fail. Obviously, I say that with calf, you know, like, I don't want it to be a failure, and I don't see how it could be, but I just don't want it to be. But well, I'll put it this way: it's not going to fail through getting rugged. All right, so even when it did get rugged maliciously, I still made it so it didn't fail. So what else can I do? Done half a BTC goal now, and yeah, that's bloody beautiful. Yeah, no, it's just fantastic. You're getting what you want. You're doing it. You're directed. You're got a plan, and you're putting. Thank you so much, Creative Shorts, for turning up. Thank you. Love to see you here. You have some strange content on there, like video game stuff and that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just different sort of content on your YouTube channel. I mean, on your TikTok channel. It is TikTok, isn't it? I get confused between the two, and I've had a long day today going to me MRI and stuff like that, so I'll get kind of a bit bored. Yeah, well, you know that I've been in conversations with Kyoto to move or to launch a token on Kyoto, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. You know, like, obviously there's a bit of water to go under the bridge yet, but yeah, that's the endeavor and the plans and whatever. I don't really understand this aspect where Brian says, he said it to Prado about, why don't you just migrate across rather than have another pre-sale on another blockchain, because that's just like a money grab. Well, you would have to put a lot of faith in, like, Vulcan to migrate a protocol directly across the Vulcan. That's my opinion on that. So, and he's not really doing actions which give much like confidence in that project going forward in the best interest of small projects. Fragility. Yep, I get it. Yeah. No, that's right. Of course, you got to have some stuff for yourself, like, of course. But yeah, you know, it's all about setting boundaries and limits. Obviously, it doesn't really matter where you are in the world. There's some pretty tough financial times in the economies. It's just what it is. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see how the arbitrage works between different blockchains, because, like, I don't care what Brian says. How can I not, like, I want it to be multi-chain. So to be multi-chain, then it has to have a new calf released on each blockchain, right? And I can't just, like, yes, I could migrate the LP over to another blockchain. That's right, yes. But do I want to? No. Thank you, Jason. Oh, geez, I did click on it. Thank you, Jason, for turning up. Cheers. Well, that's it. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun with the kids. You got them for the weekend, I presume. So that's just brilliant. Yeah, it's thank you very, very much. It's greatly appreciated. We obviously trying to build this little community back up again. And, you know, any sort of participation and support, even on these sort of little live streams that I'm able to do now. Hopefully I'll produce some content that people like, and to have some conversations and, you know, just see where we end up. So, yeah, hopefully I stay with good enough conversations. No, yeah, that's like, it's funny because Brian was saying his shit the other day about multi-chain with World, and what he was saying is completely the opposite from other devs that I talk to, because I have specifically been asked this from another blockchain. Why do you want to be multi-chain? And they asked that question of me, and I'd given my explanation to why I would like to do it, which is, you know, basically broadening the community, being able to arbitrage from one to the other, just to allow different opportunities within the token, you know, and other marketing and points of leverage that we're able to get to make CAF better. Because, like I was saying, the other blockchains offer a lot more than Binance does, and that then puts us in a whole new league of marketing and special support because of the ethics behind CAF. And so that was my answer. I didn't really know how to answer such a question, but that was what I felt, right? And they came back to me with, you are exactly right. And yet BL writes on there the other day saying that to Prado that it's just a cash grab. And I'm going, it doesn't really correlate with everything I've been hearing from other blockchains, you know, like I asked specifically of another blockchain about, why are you okay with me wanting to do multi-chain rather than having the protocol on your chain only and capitalizing on all of the good on your chain only? And so it's sort of a throw back at them to, why wouldn't they want the monopoly? You know, why would they want a protocol to be a benefit to two different blockchains? And their answer is that they don't want to be a monopoly. They want the tokens to be as diverse, to attract in people from outside. So for argument's sake, if you're on Coyote, then people will see, oh, Coyote blockchain, they go there, they swap it for Coyote. They can sell that, obviously. And then it gets interest. Oh, well, maybe we'll have a look around a little bit more. And, it just brings in more people into their blockchains. That seems to be the thing. So, of course, it goes both ways. It's not just a one-way street. No, it means 5 million on each blockchain. Does not get diluted at all. It means that there's 5 million on Binance and there's 5 million on Kyoto, 5 million on everywhere. So it stays the same. No, it won't get diluted. It stays the same. Yeah. So you're still working flat out in the railways, Jason, and doing all that sort of stuff? I presume you are, but no, of course I'm presuming. But yeah. So basically what happens now, I'm not an absolute full bottle on it, all right? Now, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting all the words right here, is that it will be there's two launches I can do, either a pre-sale or a fair launch. Either way, I'm waiting for their launch pads, the equivalent to Pink Sale, to become live on their blockchains, right? Before I can launch a token on there. I can migrate my token across right now, no worries at all. I've got the LP to do it, I can do that. But I don't want to do that. So I've got these two options, either a fair launch or a pre-sale. And what that basically does, we write up a whole new contract, and it's got to be fairly similar to the Binance contract. So in other words, it's going to be the same. And with the same token supply. And then it is launched on there as a completely separate token, but then we can bridge them both together to make it interconnecting. That's called the interoperability. Sorry, I don't quite get the word right, but say it as best as I can. But allows you to essentially, it'll most likely be Chainlink, Crypto Link that does it with the RBX, or even, no, it's Crypto Link with a different platform, not the RBX one, it's a different platform, to bridge the two tokens together. And then essentially you can go to the bridge. If you see the price is better on one or the other, you can go to the bridge, you can take your tokens across there, and then they'll swap them for, the token / Kyoto, for argument's sake, on the new pair. And you can do whatever you wish with those tokens on that side of the fence. And of course, you can come back the other way with them as well. So generally speaking, they'll level each other out. And so, as you could imagine, is that because the liquidity pool is very small now on CAF BNB, if we have even a remotely successful fair launch, or whatever you want to call it, over on I don't know whether it's fair launch or pre-sale, because obviously one sets the price, one doesn't, but I haven't gone through all of the pros and cons to do with that, so forgive me for that one. And there's those talking points haven't come up yet, but it will mean that say, I would presume that it wouldn't take very much for there to be a very big price discrepancy between CAF BNB and, say, CAF Kyoto, for argument's sake, and there'll be arbitrage opportunities from one to the other pretty damn quick to help neutralize the field. So I can see that as something that is very real, potentially, as a good opportunity for CAF BNB to firstly lift the CAF BNB price, but also for you to gain extra value from your CAF BNB by transferring it to, say, CAF Kyoto BNB. Obviously, it can't happen that many times, but I'm sure there is opportunity in there to be able to do that with fluctuating between one and the other. And there's no LP manipulation on CAF as you see on ESCO. So in other words, you're playing on a flat field. You know, it's not one that's getting pulled out from under you and the rules changing every 5 seconds. So yeah. Yes, you need to have a wallet set up, you know, so it's got, say, for argument's sake, Coyote as the blockchain on the wallet, as you do now with Binance or Smart Chain. And you'll be doing the same with Coyote or whatever other blockchain it might be. And it's so easy to do it, as you know, well, you probably know, in the top of your MetaMask, you've got your whatever blockchain, whether it's ETH or Binance or whatever, and you go to add a blockchain. If it's not already in there, you put in the details, which is just basically get it off the internet to put in their blockchain info for it to register it on your MetaMask, and it's done. It's that simple. So you can hold Coyote tokens in your wallet, or, you know, that are on that blockchain in the same wallet. So it's so easy to do. And I've done it before with Posi, and so yeah, it's not hard to do it at all. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how it all plays out, because I could always be one who hypothesizes about certain things are going to happen, all right? But I'm not selling you a unicorn, all right? So I'm sure that using just common sense logic is that there's going to be a discrepancy between one and the other. Like, you wouldn't have to be Albert Einstein to be able to figure out that there's a very high chance that one pool is going to be like this and one's going to be like that. And then, of course, it will most likely go like this. Like, I'm sure that's going to be the case. And I don't know whether we can beat arbitrage bots or not by doing it manually. I would imagine there would be a window of opportunity where it could be done. And I don't know going forwards how often or how easy that would be to do it. It doesn't take long to do it, but arbitrage bots do it in a second, but we got to take half a minute, you know. So that's the problem with humans trying to do it over bots. Yep. You set up all the pairs with each coin. Yep, that's right. Yep. So obviously there's going to be, you know, there's a calf BNB now, and say for argument's sake it's on Coyote, there's going to be a calf / Coyote if that's their native coin, and whatever other blockchain there is. So it's going to be obviously a pair between the two. And then that there then goes into the bridge. And so when you obviously the way the bridge works, you basically burn your, say you're going from BNB to Coyote, you take your tokens there, you burn them, and it swaps them for calf / Coyote, and it just comes out in your wallet on the other side. It's so easy to do it, because I was doing it with Posi, because Posi was both on the Posi chain and on Binance. And so you just go through the bridge and it just goes straight across, and then 10 seconds later you've got them and you can do whatever you want with them. So it's obviously when you go to their blockchain, you got to use their DEX to sell the tokens or whatever it is that you're going to do with them. But, you know, like even when you do it manually, like I've done it with Posi, even when you do it manually, you have them both set up and it's really just swap and done. So sometimes things can get held up in the bridge though. So bridging can be a bit of a, like your BNB got held up. I mean, your BTC got held up. It's the same thing where that can happen on occasion, and you could almost bet your bottom dollar that just the time when you had the best arbitrage opportunity, then that's what happens. Guaranteed. I bet you that would happen to me. It would just be so typical, but yeah. I've been doing what am I looking at now? My TikTok's doing pretty good. I'm up to 141 followers now, so it's ticking along quite nicely. Obviously, on most of my videos, I try and put the calf thing on the end. I've got to make some changes. Well, Chalk is the one who does them for me, to make changes on the little calf token thing I do at the end, to promote on the videos. I don't know whether people watch that shit or not, but hopefully they do. Absolutely. That's just the way it is. Yep, no doubt about it. Yep, you have to, of course. Done. No, that's right. Yep. You've obviously done it all before, Ellie. You're saying all of the things that you just have to do when you're doing it manually, where you got to be prepared and have it all set out to just do it. Obviously, you can't strike like a bot does it, so you've got to do it in a slightly different way, of being extra prepared and maybe accept that you're not going to get the absolute best, or maybe it drags on a bit that it makes it even better. It can go both ways. So don't always think that by taking an extra minute, it might be worse for you. It might actually be better for you, because you just don't know. So, that's where, like, it obviously, all of this comes with no financial advice and whatever. I'm not selling a unicorn or a used car or anything like that. But it should open up opportunities to do arbitrage. Like, there's no doubt about it. Of course, it opens up opportunity to do arbitrage, but I mean arbitrage to make money. Like, it's pretty obvious what I'm meaning. I'm missing the tears. Geez, Ellie, you're a hell of a contributor. Thank you so much. Hey, you just keep rolling the conversation. You talk about multitasking. That how can you possibly be multitasking when all you're doing is bloody talking to me? Like, do you want to come on live stream, or like voice even on live stream? Let me know. Because if you want to do that, this is just a very general blah blah blah. So I hope it is. Everyone hope it is. I hope it's wonderful for the community. This is why I want to try and set up these other blockchains, because obviously we were set up around the Seifu community, and where that's gone. It's okay to be shy. So am I. You just and besides, like, it's only you and me here. It's not like it's going to get broadcasted to the world. It's only to the calf. I know you want to come on. Direct message me and I'll send you the link. Now you're going to stop talking to me because I say stuff like that. You're going to say, oh, he's being too pushy now. Bugger. That's the Australian coming out, you see. Oh, we're up to more people. Who are you? Please say hello. Oh, now Ellie's not going to come on. No, you've been a hell of a contributor. Thank you so much, Ellie. It's really, really good to have someone that wants to have a conversation about whatever it is we want to have a conversation about. But that's my ideas of calf going forwards anyway. It's obviously, there's things I want to do, like with NFTs and stuff, but I'm like, as much as I could do that right now and pump it out there and go, yeah, but I don't know whether I'm really that keen to boost the LP just yet, because like there's certain advantages that happen from having a low liquidity pool, and obviously price fluctuations. So I don't know whether I'm really that keen on changing the LP at the moment as such. It's like you can always present an argument that's just as persuasive on both sides of the fence. Liquidity pools are one of those things. You're either a huge supporter of thick liquidity or you're a fairly strong supporter of low liquidity pools. But of course, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. So, you sort of got to play within the parameters of what it will allow you to play with. Hello, El Nanny. Hello. Thank you so much for turning up, El Nanny. Geez, my hands look huge when I'm on Henley. I don't have bloody farmer's hands, don't I? But thank you very much for turning up, mate, or grandson. Great to see you here. Oh, man, I'm going to have to do this. Hand pink waving, nanny waving. There you go. That's your avatar, but waving. Not, mate. Not. Look at the size of that hand in my head. Like, it's like huge. Like, it's going to engulf it. It's going to. Look at that. My head's gone. See, that's how big it is. Yeah, no, grandson. I said grandson. I probably said mate at first, but then I changed it to grandson. My amplifier just arrived. My ex-hubby sent me as a gift. Oh, what's your ex-hubby doing sending you gifts? What have you done to get a gift? No, I'm not going there. I know you were thinking I was thinking it, but no. Stop laughing, by the way. Don't worry, I'm old enough to know what's going on. Thank you so much. Are you going, Ellie? Because you're going to unwrap your gift. Don't we get to share in it? I'm getting all sad now. Come on, I'm waiting for the next comment. It is not happening. I write on there with my phone and it takes ages because the message has to go all the way around the world and up to the sky and back down again, and then it ends up here. But if you are going now, Ellie, thank you so much for your contributions to the show. I'll call it a show. If there's more than 2 people, it's a show. It's absolutely greatly appreciated that you turned up and had a chat, and I'm blessed to have your presence. Thank you so much. You think I'm just talking like that, like just talking shit, but I'm not. Without you guys, the show can't, well, it could go on, but it will be a very lonely show, wouldn't it? So I'm seeing if I can, I've been trying to get someone to come online with me, but I haven't been able to hook that up yet. I keep trying. Haven't had any luck at getting a participant, because Chalk was starting to get closer to being back online with me because she had a family visit, but she hasn't popped up yet. She's got the link. She's not even talking to me in direct message, so I just keep on abusing her YouTube by posting to hers as well. Shh. Just don't tell her that's what I do, otherwise she might take away my privileges. What do you reckon? She might do that? Maybe. Feel free to chuck a comment in there and say whatever is on your mind. It can be anything and everything, and I'll have a chat about it. I seem to be quite opinionated lately, so feel free to chuck in a comment. Wow, 5 people, we're really getting up there. Come on, guys, we need someone to throw in a conversation, a talking point, and then I'll have some stuff to keep saying. I know if I went on YouTube, I could go on my live stream and I could be an extra person watching, couldn't I? And I could write myself questions, but I'd come up as Keith the Crypto Farmer over there, wouldn't I? Now, what sort of sad life would that mean that I'm doing, eh? Do things like that. Don't let them get you down, brother. You got a good project coming and I'll support you 100%. Daniel, we believe in you. Whale here, ready to invest. Stay strong. But I understand it is very upsetting. Admire your level head and amazing how you stay respectful. Respectful to... Obviously, there's some varying opinions on different things, isn't there? My comments aren't stuck, guys. Please feel free to start a conversation on something. Otherwise, I'm just here looking like a stunned mullet. And if that's the case, then unfortunately, there's no show. And when I say a show, it's not like I'm dancing around in a little leotard or anything. As a boy, that is. Boys are allowed to do that these days. Come on, guys. Look at this. I got a... Anyone see what I was doing today? I've got a thing in my arm here. And look. Gee. Got a thing in my leg up here. If you're wondering what that is, please ask. And I will let you know. Just in case there's new people here, you know, and you're just curious and interested to know what goes on. You never know. Well, what is one to do? Maybe that's just my time to call it. Don't really want to do that if someone wants something to say. Not that I, like, it's all good. No, that's not nice. Well, I'm just going to sit here looking like a stunned mullet for a minute, and if someone decides to participate in asking something or saying something.
Something else. I forgot what I said, but I'm gonna go now though to lots, and it's only 6. That's what our sellers are like, bro. They've been like that since day one. So I expect it to like. That's why I said, Jason, the incentive program, great idea. You won't be able to if you can't sell but more than 20. You can't sell but 20% of your bag. I don't know if you heard this. This is the incentive. Listen to this. If you can hold for 3 months and not sell more than 20%, you're the only ones. Only that group will get the claim from the second node. And I will triple the amount that you have. That's how confident I am that it will be almost nobody that does it.
Give the algo some fundamentals. How do I do that to the algorithm? Advice? I keep posting my thing everywhere, and I get a few people turning up, which is greatly appreciated, yes, but please, thanks, Ellie, but if there's anything you can do to try and, if you feel like you want to, that is, to help spread the word, to try and get someone to contribute and participate, then that's obviously hugely appreciated. And no, I'm not joking. Of course, I've been changing the we have to it's us, laugh out loud. I'm not quite getting what you're getting at. Is that about the algorithms, the whatever you call the pumpermentals is? I'm a little bit stuck. Or you're meaning about getting more viewers and participants and things like that? I'm really not sure what you mean. Try your multitasking. Did you open your package? Tell me about that. And what sort of amplifier it is? Is it for a... Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, your voice becomes hopefully, within the coffee and crypto or something. I've been talking to the guys a lot in there. Then it will spread to, another one and etc. And hopefully I can get some... I'm not here just bagging and fudding on people as such. Like, I give my dues to whoever. But I'm happy to talk on both sides of the fence. It doesn't bother me at all. I have my own opinions, and my own opinions really don't sway as such. I can change what the decisions is that I do on things, but my opinions are mine, and I hold them dearly, as I would hope that you do to yours. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that's why anything you can do is just wonderful. Yeah. Oh, nice. And you say you're shy? Seriously? That's just. Are you a Pisces by any chance? See how good I am. I started to learn bass guitar, but my fingers, are just like earth mover fingers, where the connections are good, but they're not quite that good, I definitely don't have, even though bass is quite slow, but even then it's a bit of a challenge. I still have my bass guitar and stuff like that, but I've only learned basic things, a bit of, I started to learn, and I mean only started, I can't play it, a little bit of Metallica sort of stuff because it was just slow bass riffs. And emphasize the word slow to give me time to find the next one. But yeah, my arms are dicky. Fingers are dicky. So it's just like, yeah, just not meant to be. So I can play air guitar. That was a wicked tune, by the way. Just in case you're wondering, that wasn't a squelch. That was just perfection. So just in case anyone's watching and wondering what that is just the best riff you could ever get. Like, you want to hear it, that is bloody beautiful. I'm so glad you get me, Ellie. Sold you on my air guitar talents. You enjoyed that show, didn't you? Yeah, that was a good one. What about the headbanging show? Do I sing? No. I don't have a voice for that. It just doesn't work. No, no. But what star sign are you, Ellie? Are you a Pisces or are you something else? Come on, you got to tell me. I know I have a 1 in 12 shot, but we'll give it a go. Take some bets on it. Do I sing? I know it's a perfectly legitimate question. I get it, but it's just humorous on my end. No. I've sung in a really loud venue before when no one can hear me. Oh, dear. I'm getting better. A Capricorn with Leo rising. Yeah, I figured the last bit. I got that. Like, geez, I make it sound offensive, don't I? What did I sing? I'm not a singer, but I've been to like loud venues like at pubs and that in the past, or nightclubs, and there's stuff going on really loud, and where you can belt out some sort of hideous tune and no one can hear you. That's about as far as it gets for me. Yeah, don't be offended. Of course, not to be offended. Like, I'm not personally having a go at you. Are you singers? Are you emotional type person? You know how a lot of singers are very emotional. Are you emotional? Because they're very in touch with their feelings, like, and so when they sing about stuff, they get really drawn into it, when you have had a Russian devs try to take you out for a bang and kill you, what? Seriously? I guess that bit. Singers they're very, I know, of course I could use the word emotional, but they're very highly strung, sort of emotional beings on the edge. So if you can get really drawn into the feeling, the mood, the sensations of whatever it is, I'm sure you're understanding thereabouts what I'm saying. Of course, that's just maturity. That's a maturity thing, and that's like now when like there's people that say stupid shit about myself. It's just like, yeah, whatever, and you don't let it phase you anymore, because you just whatever. Wow, you must have some stories. Now, forgive me, Ellie, because I'm sure I know, but what country were you again? Did you tell me, were you Greek, but in UK? Or am I talking the wrong person? Oh, please forgive me for my inability to remember some fine details, but trying to remember. Yeah, well, yeah. Spectator. Yeah, that's right. I was right. Thank goodness I was right. Thank you. I was pretty sure I was, but I didn't want to bet my house on it. Shed on it. So please excuse this expression, but you speak good English? Like this sort of English? Maybe I'm not. I'm saying I'm talking myself up a bit there because I'm saying I'm good and maybe I'm not good at all. I got the Australian English. I don't know. Sometimes I just crack myself up. Ah, beautiful. Yep. Well, just your voice. Come on live. You don't have to show your face. Just come on and have a chat with me. See how good you are. I'm just talking shit. So, have two of us just talking shit. It's good. So, even if it's just voice, that's okay. I don't expect you to dox yourself and that sort of stuff, of course. but even though, you know, like my these videos get a few views now, but you know, I don't ever expect anyone to do that don't want to. But of course, it's great to have communication and live communication. So if you're ever up for it or whatever, then, you know, either now or later, hit me up, whatever. Yeah, that's, bless your heart. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, if I'm ever allowed to have that privilege and be the first one that you do it to, you know, geez, I'm making this sound sick, aren't I? Oh, shit. Okay, if I can be your first, unless have you been doing live streams before? I'll ask that first before I ask. You know where I'm going though, don't you? Oh, you got lion's courage. You're fine. You got enough courage. Don't worry about that. It's courage, isn't it? You know where I'm going. But have you been on live stream before? Have you done the? You're cheeky. Thank you so much. It's good to have a laugh. Thank you. Well, I'm going to pretend that you haven't been on live stream. Oh, okay. Hang on. I did videos before, but had too many enemies in crypto, so I'm just going to do music vids for now when I'm ready and travel. Look, Chalk and I completely understand that. We get it. Chalk's trying to do more female-oriented stuff. And, of course, you know, like I gel in quite well. Okay, there's just I don't know whether I'm winning here or not. We try as much as possible to have a female-friendly environment, which doesn't come with all of the crypto shit that you get with highly strung, egotistic crypto crap. Okay, so if you ever bless us with your time, whether it's just in voice or in visual or both, then we'll be truly blessed to share in your company. Okay. However, this is only absolutely, I'm agreeing with you. And that's where, like, thank you so much for your support and talking to us. We're with you. Thank you. Yeah. No, it's good. It's just great to have this communication, you know, because obviously you see my channel is just bubbling over with enthusiasm and people that are just really going to town in here, you know. And I'm just glad that you're here, because if you weren't here, then there'll be no one here. So there might be someone lurking in the background. I don't know, but yeah. But it's all honest, you know, like, obviously words are cheap. Yes, I understand that, but I'm telling you from my heart, and that is just the way I am, where I'm just saying it straight. And that's why I don't sell unicorns and that sort of shit. I just tell it the way it is. I understand when things are tough, when things are good, whatever it is. And, you know, some people might not like that in a CEO where they just say it the way it is, and but that's fine, you know. Like everyone's, I do. And if you hang around, you might get a little surprise soon. Okay, because I know how much you love them. And this kind of says my point that I'm getting at. So just hang around just a little bit, and I might offer you a little surprise. All right. It's only just for you, though. You can share it with the community, yes, but it's just for you as a kind gesture of participation. So yeah, that's, but I'm not telling you what it is, no. But you know, I'll talk to the management, and I'm pretty sure we're going to figure something out. Okay. So no, that's awesome. So have you ripped out any tunes yet on that amp? I know you've been talking to me, but you say that you can multitask. So have you managed to like go bing, 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 bing? That wasn't really a good tune, was it? I've been to a lot of concerts and stuff in my life. I did a lot of that sort of stuff. Been to lots of different shows and stuff, but yeah, you know, not. I know you just got it, but you said you can multitask. You said that. And so I thought if you can multitask, you might be like, oh yeah, that's right, singing. Yeah. Sorry, I've got to get my head top. Have you done any singing in it yet? Oh, do you do anything on any social media stuff, like broadcasting anything that you do at all? Yeah, in a week. Ah, cool. What sort of guitar are you learning? Rhythm, lead, bass? What sort of guitar are you looking at? Yeah, no, thank you so much. Absolutely need all of the help I can get, you know, because it's just such a small channel, and you know, like the cause is real, the need is real. You know, I'm putting in lots of long hours to try and honestly build a community, because that's the way I want it. I know it's kind of funny because, like I was saying before, it doesn't sell the dream of the unicorn, but at least if nothing else, it's hopefully more real. I know it'll trade up and it'll trade down and sideways and every which way. I get all that shit, but you know, we can just. I know the idea is just to bung it in and belt out a tune. Classical. Classical guitar. Good on you. Yeah. No, that's just. So you're learning acoustic guitar? Typos don't mean anything to me. I do that a lot on the phone. I do Y's instead of T's and all that sort of stuff. So it's all good. It's all good. Not a problem at all. You're already a stick. You'll be half a stick if you don't eat. I have no idea about a stick, but there you go. I'm a stick. Like, I'm a big stick. Oh God, I'm almost talking myself up. Not the case. It's a screwdriver. I'm bored. Oh, don't we all? Well, I don't want to lose dress sizes. But I get it. Oh, bloody hell. God, go from that to that. Jeez, I made that look wrong, didn't I? I'm holding a bloody screwdriver and it made me stuff up. Jeez. I'll get myself in trouble if I keep doing that shit. I'm sure you're just lovely the way you are. But yeah, no, seriously, like any sort of help to help get the word out there and that sort of stuff is, well, that's why you go to the gym so much. That's why they say I'll blow out my elbows because of my strong arms. They go, bloody elbows. And then like, oh, my left one's not so bad, but my right one, I can't straighten my arm. Like it, I'll stand up, but I can't straighten it. Like it won't physically move any more than that. Jeez, look at the tan line. But yeah, so it goes to there and then that's it. But sometimes when I overuse it, then it's stuck like this and it just can't go further than that. I've got a little bit of muscle. Did that make you laugh? Now, when you say for health reasons, what I found with myself is there's a tipping point, right? At a certain weight, if I go over that weight, even by just a few kilos, my blood pressure goes up, and then I've got to take blood pressure medication. So that's where you've got to be careful with your weight, because there's certain little tipping points within your own body that you get to it, and it just creates all sorts of health ill effects. So yeah, if that's what you're talking about, it depends on exactly what your health reasons are. But that's what I find within myself. I've obviously done a lot with dietitians and stuff, because with the brain injury and the back injury with my leg and whatever, and my arthritis that I have, it makes I do work, but it's hard to do exercise sort of stuff. So, you know, you got to, you know, eat well or eat properly and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, no, I haven't done acupuncture. I've been told about it, but no, I haven't done it. Where we live is really remote, and to go anywhere takes a lot of time and it costs a lot of money. So, you know, that's the biggest problem. It always sounds like an excuse, yes, but our work never stops. Like those calves are 7 days a week, every single day of the year, whether it's Christmas Day or any other day. There's no stopping. They never ever stop. And so that's why, you know, like apart from being in hospital and like today, for argument's sake, I had to go and do scans all day. But when I say all day, I spent 3.5 hours there, and then I had a 5-hour drive there and back again. But everything from here is very remote. It's a long way to go. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. I think everyone has that, right? Some people, you know, like you see on TV, these people that are like 600 pounds and stuff, and it's like, how do their bodies handle it? Because for me, I would have already had a heart attack, because there's just ridiculous amount of weight that some bodies are able to function with. I just can't believe it. But because my tipping point, like I was saying about blood pressure and that, there's certain weights that you get to with tipping point, and then all of a sudden, you know, your blood pressure goes like this. But when I lose a lot of weight, then my blood pressure really gets under control. So it's amazing how weight is so many things. Yeah. Man, it's amazing what that 7 or 10 kilos can do, isn't it? Because, like, obviously you're not talking about much body weight in the first place, so it's quite a large percentage of your body mass. But it really does make a huge difference, and that's why exactly you understand, because you know that is exactly the way it is, because it's just amazing how it works like that. And I get white coat syndrome too, by the way, which is when I'm in hospital. I'm sure you know what white coat syndrome is. You're in hospital or whatever, and then the doctor comes in or nurse or whatever and comes in and takes, oh, geez, there's probably a reason why the nurse comes in and my blood pressure goes up. Okay. I won't go there. Oh, Andrew's about to come in here and stuff. Andrew, I'll tell you what I did. I did a lot of, for a couple of months or so, I was doing it where I was eating about 1,000 calories a day. And yeah, which is eating like a little girl. And yeah, no, weight loss is relatively easy, but yeah, you've got to get your balance in your diet right to make sure you get all your micronutrients right. Because when you start really cutting back on your calories, you've got to make sure you got your balance right. So you're getting your whole grains, your fish, or, you know, for all of your essentials that you need, you got to try and get your balance right. What syndrome? Was that something I was saying? A syndrome? One of the easiest ways I found was that, as a real basic rule of thumb, okay, is that you can pretty much eat whatever you want in the way of vegetables. This is very, very broad, okay, but not so much in the vegetables that have high sugars and stuff. So, you know, you've got to be a little bit careful, but pretty much whatever's in the frozen veggie section of the supermarket, except for things like corn and that, right? You got to be a bit careful on the sweeter stuff. And then you mix it with about 2 grams per kilogram of body weight of protein of like beef or fish or whatever for the day, and then you're pretty much right. So that's a very basic rule of thumb, but there's so many things. You get apps now for dietary stuff. They do vary quite a bit on what they say a portion is worth. Like some apps will say that 100 grams of fish is, say, worth X amount of calories, and then they'll say, another app will say that it's worth so much more or so much less. So it's very hard to figure out exactly what it is, but what it is a good starting point that allows you to figure out where you can regulate it yourself. And you sort of learn what works for you. So yeah, there's some points to it. They always say about whole grains, like you have brown rice, you have whole grain bread if you have some bread, you know, like basically mix it with whole grain stuff. So try not to have processed food so much. Andrew, thank you so much for calling in, Andrew. Thank you. You've probably already left, maybe. If not, thank you very much for calling in. It's hugely appreciated, mate. I'm sorry I didn't read your message until I stopped dribbling. Yeah, obviously it's all about portion size and that, but I can guarantee you that if you eat 1,000 calories, you're going to lose weight. You know, that's just a given. 1,000 calories a day, and you've lost weight. I said something that I suffered in hospital. Yeah, how much of that do you know? Like, do you know anything? Like, you got to be careful with cooking that you don't make it too rich, because really say good diet is more basic rawish sort of stuff, not raw, but like less processed, and like added some spices and stuff, but not like things like cream and cheese and that, because it's very rich, for very calorie heavy for the amount that you get, and it, like, even just a tiny portion just puts it way over the top, and it just what is it like? I know what you're getting at about suffered in hospital, but have you not seen my video at all talking about things that has happened in the past, like with the medical stuff? If not, I'll just post the link, that's all. Now, international cuisine, I don't really know what that means, but it sounds like you know exactly what it is that you right. Well, I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna post a link, all right, to a video, because it's going to take me so long to talk about the damn thing, right? So if you feel like losing, say, 20 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, then please check this out. Right, I'll just put the link in there now. So check out that video that I have, but that doesn't explain my chronic pain in that video, but it explains all the other stuff, like from my leg injury to me back injury, me chronic arthritis, my brain tumor. Yeah, went into kidney failure through anti-inflammatory drugs, my physical addiction to opioids. Yeah, there's quite a list, but but if you ever feel like losing some of your life and never getting it back, then feel free to watch. Well, of course, feel free to watch that video, but please watch that video, and it will just, yeah. But that's the main reason why, we still do what we do with the calves, but it's only because of kids and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely pick a time. Yeah, just put it on when you're like, so you don't have to watch it, just listen to whatever I say, that's all. Because it's just me standing there talking about stuff. So obviously when you I don't know, like the soothing sounds of my voice, I suppose. I'm in the paddock when I'm talking about that stuff, but yeah, but that's what I like with the rearing calves now. We used to do so much more, but we just had to cut back on the amount that we're doing, because medical stuff is just, unfortunately, it's just what happens. Yeah, absolutely. It's just listening stuff, that's all, because it's just me talking about, and I say it as honestly as I can, because seriously, the words that I say in there and the actions is just how I am. Like the way the doctors talk to me and that sort of stuff, because I'm a straight shooter. The doctors just don't beat around the bush. They just, like I just say, just tell me whatever it is, don't try and bloody wrap me up in cotton wool. Just bloody tell me. And they just treat you that way, because they just know that you're not there to mess around. You just want to be told whatever it is, and you just move on. Because obviously it is what it is. You can try and pretend it's not, but it doesn't quite work like that, does it? But yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna, nick off and leave you to your singing, Ellie. Thank you so much for your support. I know I'm repeating myself time and time again, but I am truly humbled to have someone that is participating in a conversation with me. Thank you so much, because without you or people like yourself, channels don't exist. As much as you get people that put themselves out there to say stuff, it still doesn't exist without people participating. So absolutely, thank you so much, Mad Greek. You go and cook up a storm. You know that's a way to a guy's heart, don't you? You know that, don't you? I hope that my story does. See, every time I move, I go click, 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 click. And it's so annoying because I'll stand up and my knees go and click. I bloody move my elbows and I go click, 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 because all the cartilage is stuffed. Yeah. It's absolutely as, yeah, it's the only way that we can do this is with support. There's just there's just, aren't you supposed to do that? Well, I know that's the Greek style, I get that, but is that for just weddings and stuff, or is it just any other special occasions? Because otherwise we're going to have to get some plates and start smashing them. Does it matter about the color of the plates? We would be blessed if you could do that. You could come out to Australia to the farm and stay in our lovely shed in this room. There you go. It's a spare room. I'll try and have walls and a ceiling and that by then. And yeah. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to call it quits. So, depends. What was the message? Depends mainly restaurant gigs. Where we live, no restaurants. But I do a mighty spit roast. And it's a proper fire one, like it's good. It's a authentic job. It's bloody good. But yeah. I think I will hop around in summertime. I'm not. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. Yep. I do. It is cold here at the moment. We got a fireplace going, but it is cold. And like up the top here, it's a bit breezy. It lets the air in and that, because it's supposed to obviously be a ceiling in here above these timbers, but I haven't got that far yet. And so that there's just the roof going down to a veranda, and it's it's a bit breezy up there at the moment. It is, absolutely, and it's like a rotisserie, of course, with like a wood fire and stuff, and so it's bloody good. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it quits. You can go and enjoy your day, because you're spending too much of it with me. So thank you very much for your participation and your help. And your help in the way of spreading the word, getting all your friends, whoever, just, I don't, the coffee and crypto and whatever, like just anyone and everyone. It's greatly appreciated. Obviously, I need all the help I can get. So thank you very much. I'm calling it over. Take care. Love you all.